By now, the shouting had broken the quiet night, and one by one neighbors began stepping outside. Front doors cracked open, porch lights flicked on, and curtains shifted as people peeked from behind the glass. What started as whispers quickly turned into a ripple of murmurs across the street. "Wait, isn't that Alicia?" one neighbor whispered, clutching her phone. "She's FBI?" Another gasped, disbelief written on their face. "What is that guard even doing?" someone muttered, already raising their phone to record. Within minutes, several neighbors had their cameras out, filming every second. Some were shocked, others outraged, and a few stood frozen in silence. What they were witnessing wasn't just an argument. It was the public unraveling of a man's false authority. The so-called security officer, realizing too late that he had lost control, began to panic. His earlier arrogance melted into desperation. His gun wavered, then dropped slowly to the ground, clattering against the pavement. His voice cracked as he tried to explain himself. I thought you were trespassing. I didn't know, please, I didn't know." But excuses couldn't erase what had already happened. Everyone had seen it. He had pulled a weapon on a woman who lived there. Worse, he had threatened someone who wasn't just a resident. She was a highly decorated federal officer. Alicia didn't shout. She didn't let anger dictate her actions. Instead, she remained calm, her composure so firm it commanded more authority than any weapon ever could. She slipped her phone from her pocket and dialed with steady hands. Her voice was crisp and professional as she spoke. "Yes, this is Commander Alicia Davis with the FBI. I have an armed individual impersonating security, threatening residents with a firearm. Send units immediately." The crowd of neighbors gasped again. There was no doubt now. She wasn't bluffing, she wasn't exaggerating. She was the real deal. The guard stood frozen, his face pale, his excuses tumbling over each other in a mess of panic. It was a mistake. I didn't mean, please don't." But no one was listening to him anymore. The entire neighborhood had turned their eyes to Alicia. In that moment, she wasn't just their quiet neighbor. She was the embodiment of control, authority, and justice, and they knew it. And as the distant wail of sirens began to grow closer, the so-called security guard realized his downfall was complete.